Hello, beautiful people. It is Charlotte Stevens and the ancestors, the world's greatest empowerment and business coach for badass Black women. And before we get started, like and subscribe to my channel, please. On this channel, I am focused on helping Black women center their wellness, their self-care, their well-being. I'm teaching you the spiritual laws of the universe, like how to get in alignment with money, how to forgive, and also how to create your work from anywhere business that's centered around your wellness. So I'm all about peaceful profits, never about grind culture. I'm never going to tell you to wake up early in the morning and sacrifice your happiness to build your business. No, I want you to be well. I also talk about mental health because I am somebody who lives with bipolar depression. And it's really important that we get our little mental health secrets out of the dark and not be paralyzed by shame. So this session, or this little quick video, is about LinkedIn. People sleep on LinkedIn, and the average LinkedIn profile is neglected. It is neglected, y'all. Y'all are just, you put up a couple things, basically make it look like a little mini resume, and then you forget about it. You don't update it. You don't go on LinkedIn. And I understand, like, LinkedIn is not, it's not a sexy platform. It's not interesting. It's not, you're not going to go down the rabbit hole generally on LinkedIn like you can on Instagram, like you can on TikTok, like you can on Twitter. So all of those reasons, like the fact that it's not sexy is how works for you as far as building your brand, meaning that when you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, you go on those other sites, YouTube, I mean, those creatives over there really know what they're doing, and it can feel very intimidating as far as trying to actually grow your brand there. But LinkedIn is not a very interesting platform, and there's not a lot of competition because the statistic I saw, and I think it was 2019, said that only 1% of the people on LinkedIn post. Meaning that if you just start posting, you're going to start growing your business. And there's so many things people sleep on. So I'm going to give you a couple tips. And then I'm going to encourage you to sign up for my Eventbrite class, where I'm going to be teaching some more about LinkedIn. And then I'm also going to encourage you to just book a call. I have a whole LinkedIn package especially for entrepreneurs. And this is how I grew my business to over 6 figures in 10 months. I want to reiterate that. The average new business fails. Okay, the average new business fails. The average Black woman entrepreneur makes $24,000 a year. That's chump change. That's nothing, right? That's $2,000 a month, and that's before taxes. I made over $100,000 in 10 months off of LinkedIn. I had over $300,000 in new contracts. I was an anti-racist consultant for schools because of LinkedIn. It was pretty much the only platform I had. I didn't really have an email list. My website wasn't really great. And I didn't really have a following anywhere else. The only place that I was able to really grow my following was on LinkedIn. I grew up pretty quickly. I got up to 13,000 people in 2 years. So that's a platform I know. I was able to build a pretty awesome network because of LinkedIn. So many things have come from LinkedIn. So I was on the podcast for Ebony, Ebony's Black Power Moves. Because of LinkedIn, I'm now connected to Dr. Jacqueline King, who runs Black Women Empowered, which is a network of over 4 million Black women worldwide. She's also in partnership with Beyonce's daddy, Dr. Knowles. Because of LinkedIn, I was featured in a book because of LinkedIn. I've been on numerous podcasts. I was on the news in Canada. I was invited on a platform in the UK. I got my 6-figure business up and running in 10 months, all because of LinkedIn. So I see so many people sleeping on that platform. I'm going to share just a couple tips. I'm going to share a couple of the biggest tips I got. So I have a document that includes 21 things that every entrepreneur needs for their business. For their LinkedIn profile. So 21 things every entrepreneur needs to turn their LinkedIn profile into a client magnet. LinkedIn gets more traffic than your website, y'all. I know you want to spend all this money on your website. I know you think that once it's up and running, somehow everybody's going to know where your website is and everybody's going to flock to it. That's just not likely to happen. It's just not likely to happen. I'm more likely to encounter your website because I found you somewhere else. I found you somewhere on social media, and then I clicked on your link that led me to your website. I'm not likely to just go directly to your website just because you told me to, or I gave it to you, or blah, blah, blah. No. LinkedIn already has 800 million users. They have 800 million users worldwide. At any given moment in time, there are millions of people on LinkedIn. Do you have that same type of traffic on your website? No, you don't. You don't. You don't have millions on your website. You don't. But there's millions of people on LinkedIn at any given time. Therefore, you don't want to sleep on that platform. And your profile can serve as your website. That's pretty much what I did. If you really know how to utilize your profile, there are so many features that LinkedIn offers for free that can help you become a client magnet or attract your next partnership, collaboration, sponsorship, whatever, because all the people with money are on LinkedIn. 45% of the users on LinkedIn are making over $75,000 a year, which by California standards still ain't shit, but that's seen as upper middle class money. People who have access to buy things, people who are decision makers, people who are gatekeepers, people who have power. Also, 45% of the people on LinkedIn are college educated, which means that, again, these are people who have decision-making power. These are people who are gatekeepers. These are people who can do things for you, help your business grow. That's another thing. Somebody gave me $1,000 on LinkedIn. Tell you, y'all need to get with it. Y'all need to get on that site. Ain't nobody giving me that type of money on Instagram, Facebook. Somebody just was like, oh, I want to help out Black women. How much is an hour of coaching with you? And I was like, it's $1,000. And so she paid me $1,000 to sponsor a Black woman on LinkedIn. Don't even know who this lady is. Y'all need to be utilizing LinkedIn. All right, so some of my most important tips for LinkedIn. This one's huge because almost every profile I see is sleeping on this. Your backboard on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, you have your little picture, right? It says your little picture, and then behind you is like this big blank space. Same thing on Facebook, right? You have your cover photo. On your cover photo, you want to tell people what you offer. Why should they contact you? This is a billboard, right? This is like your poster board for your profile. Chances are people are not, you're lucky if people even get to your profile, if they scroll to your profile. But if they scroll to your profile, make it easy for them. Don't make them have to do all that reading and figure out why they should bother with you or why you'd be interesting to contact. Make it plain, especially if you're a business owner. And this is what most y'all do. Well, let me get to that other section. So first of all, on the billboard section, on that big space behind your photo that most people leave blank, you need to have contact me for this, this, and this. So mine would say, like, contact me if you're a Black woman who needs more self-care. If you're a Black woman looking to understand the spiritual laws of the universe. If you're a Black woman who wants to establish or work from anywhere online business, coaching or consulting business. That's what mine would say. And then I would have, so first of all, you should tell people succinctly what you can offer them and then how they can get in contact with you. Make it plain. So that's my tip number one, is utilize that space, your cover photo on LinkedIn, to tell people that you are a business and how they can reach you. If you have an event coming up, promote that event in that space. And you can do all this through Canva. It's easy. I know you're like, oh my God, technology, but no, it's easy. Canva made it easy. Canva is a graphic design service. You can use it for free, or you can subscribe for $13 a month to get some of their better features. But you can easily make a billboard. They even have it already sized for LinkedIn because they're already prepared to do this, right? You can easily make a little billboard saying, this is why you want to contact me. Contact me for A, B, and C, and this is how you can contact me. Or come to my upcoming event, and here's all the information, right? So have the if not the link, then the URL, or have that within the flyer. So for example, if I was promoting my LinkedIn event on LinkedIn, I would have the address, the HTTPS address, so that people can join the link. Sometimes you can't make the link live on that LinkedIn cover photo, but you can have at least the information. Somebody can maybe copy and paste. So utilize that space. People just leave it blank, or they use one of the templates that LinkedIn gives you. No, create your own. If you have a logo or brand colors, utilize your logo or brand colors. Don't just say, oh, I'm a graphic designer. Like, say, contact me if you need this, this, or this, and this is how you can reach me. Make it plain. People need that. Tip number one. Tip number two, y'all ain't got no contact information on your LinkedIn profile. So there's a space where it says contact info. And for most of y'all, when you click that space, all it does is send people back to your profile. Why is that a problem? Let's say I want to book you for a podcast, and the podcast is a couple days from now. So one of my speakers just couldn't make it, and now I need to fill this position quickly. And I saw your profile, and I think you'd be amazing for it. There's no way for me to contact you right away. When I see that it just leads back to your profile, what that tells me is you're probably somebody who neglects their LinkedIn profile. You're probably not somebody who checks her messages, so I probably can't reach you urgently. So if you're a business owner, this is a problem. People have short attention span. So in the moment that they want to connect with you and they can't, they're going to take that same urge and give it to some other business owner. This is what I do, right? if I go somewhere, I go to Sephora, they ain't got what I need, but I still need it. Now I'm going to go over to, I don't even know, because I don't even buy makeup, y'all. What is another makeup store? I'm gonna go to another store, right? I still have the same desire. I'm not gonna wait for Sephora. I'm gonna go take that need and go somewhere else. And that's what people do when they cannot contact you, when they try to reach you and they're like, this doesn't lead anywhere. So have your email address on there so that people can email you directly. If you don't want to put your direct business line, have a Google Voice line where people can get to you. But there needs to be a way that if somebody wanted to reach out to you immediately, they could. And for a lot of y'all, we can tell that you're not on LinkedIn. So if all you have on LinkedIn, the only thing we can do is reach you and message you on your profile, well, chances are you ain't gonna see that for weeks, if at all, because we can tell that you neglect LinkedIn. So tip number 1, again, was the LinkedIn cover photo. Say, contact me for X, Y, and Z. Contact me if you need someone to speak about mental health in the Black community. Contact me if you need someone to train about how to start your own business, right? Why should we contact you? And then if you have an event, promote that event. Tip number 2 is have some contact information so we can contact you. Oh, this is the other thing. Have a Calendly link, y'all. So a Google Voice number would be great. An email would be great. And then get a Calendly link so people can actually book a call with you. So if they actually wanted to talk to you about speaking or whatever, partnering, sponsorships, that they can book a call with you and then they're on your calendar. It doesn't have to be this back and forth about, well, when's a good time to meet? The link's right there, book a call, right? I see so many business owners who do not have a Calendly link, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're even doing right now. Because if you think that your website is going to get you all your sales, it's not. You're gonna have to learn how to sell. You're gonna have to learn how to get on the phone or get over Zoom and have a conversation and close sales, especially if you want 5-6 figure contracts. You can't avoid it. It's not hard. It doesn't have to be scary. I love it. I really enjoy it. And I'd much rather, I wanna get to know you, especially if I'm gonna be coaching you and consulting you. I know I need to make sure that it's a vibe, right? There's a vibe between both of us, that we're good. You know, I wanna know what you're about. Can I actually help you? I wouldn't want someone to just go to my website and sign up for coaching blindly. I don't even know you. I don't even know what you're about. I don't even know if I can help you. I don't even know if I like you. I wouldn't want it, because it's not just about the financial exchange, it's the energetic exchange. So have a Calendly link so people can book a call with you and then discuss your services and whether or not it makes sense to partner together. So make sure you have that too. Tip number 3, and this is the last one, y'all. It's the last one. And then after this, find me on Eventbrite, Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors. Follow me. I have a LinkedIn class coming up May. Beginning of May. And I sell, like, this is what I do. I coach people on how to build their business. I have a whole package on how you can create your LinkedIn profile and make it a client magnet. So reach out to me. Number 3, your about section, y'all. If you are an entrepreneur, your about section should not read like you are somebody looking for a job. And that's how most people's about section reads. It's like, oh, I have all this experience in, I don't know, probation. I have all this experience in insurance. I've managed this lucrative project. I helped secure this much money for these people. All of that is pick me energy. Pick me energy. That's not the energy you want as an entrepreneur. You're not out here trying to get somebody to see your value and hire you as an employee. You want people to see you as an expert in whatever your field is. So if you're somebody who, whatever your service is, speak directly to your client in your about section. So my about section would say, Queen, are you tired of being, of the most educated but the least valued on the workforce? Are you tired of of waking up and feeling exhausted, or having anxiety Sunday night, knowing you have to go back to work? Are you tired of not having enough time and freedom and money to live life on your terms? If so, I can relate. And then I would tell my story about, hey, I used to be a broke ass middle school and high school teacher. And I was getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning so that I could have a couple hours to myself before commuting from 5 to 8 o'clock on the damn road. And then I had to go teach. And then after teaching, I would Uber drive to make ends meet, right? And I was taking care of my dad, who was dying. And I can't believe my old life, right? I would talk a little bit about my story to make myself relatable. And then I would say, but now this is where I'm at. Now, I don't start my day till 11. I only work with people I really like. I do work that I love. I get paid really well. It's great, right? And then I would talk about, these are the 3 things I can do for you. Contact me. Couple things in your about section. Don't write a paragraph, y'all. Nobody wants to read your paragraphs. If you have a bunch of long text that's all jumbled together, chances are people are going to glaze over, like no one wants to read that. You really want to space things out. You want to use emojis strategically. Typically, you only want to make 3 points at a time. So I might ask 3 questions. Hey, are you overworked and underpaid? Hey, sis, are you feeling like you can never take adequate care of yourself? Do you feel like you don't have enough freedom in your day? Those might be the 3 questions I might ask at the beginning of my profile. And then I'll say, yeah, I can relate. I used to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then commute for 3 hours. And then after working, 40 plus hours a week, I would Uber drive on the side and try to take care of my ailing father. Those might be the next 3 points I'd say. And then I'd say, now my life is this, this, and this. And if you're looking to get this, this, and this, contact me, right? So it might just be a series of like bullet points, spaced out. I'm using my emoji strategically, so it's easy to read. It might still be a fair amount of text, but because you space it out, it doesn't feel like a whole lot of text. And then I'm saying, if you want to live life on your terms, contact me, right? At the end of my about section is a call to action, right? For my LinkedIn cover photo, there's a call to action. When you hit my contact information, there's all these ways to contact me. When you go to my about section, there's a call to action. Why? Because I want clients. Holla if you hear me. Your profile needs to be helping you get clients, and you want people to book a call with you. And during that call is when you're able to sell them into one of your coaching or consulting programs. Or people who want to collaborate with you, or people who want to offer you sponsorship, or people who want to get you on their podcast, or people who want to get you on the news, whatever it is, they need to have a ways to contact you, have a ways to reach out to you. And that's what you want your LinkedIn profile to do. So there's so many other features that LinkedIn offers for free to help you grow your business. And there's so many ways you can use your profile as your website. I'd love to talk to you about that. So on Eventbrite, I have a class. What is it called? I love it when I forget the names of my own classes. I drive me crazy with this, but it's how you can use LinkedIn to grow your business. So look for me on Eventbrite, Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors. The link will be in the notes. And then also, this is what I do. I offer small group coaching to Black women entrepreneurs. That's pretty much my focus group. The rest of y'all can try, and I'll see if on a case-by-case basis. But I focus on Black women entrepreneurs, and I teach us how to build our work from anywhere coaching or consulting business. But here's the difference, is I center it around your well-being. As I mentioned before, I live with bipolar depression. Those of you who know bipolar, if you want to manage it, it takes a lot of effort. I must get my sleep every night. I must eat right every day. I must be out in nature every day. I have to exercise every day. It's very time consuming to pour into myself like that on a daily basis. But what it means is I can't do no 9 to 5. I cannot put in 40 hours a week on a job, because it means that I will end up neglecting my mental health, and it can send me into a state where it's life or death for me. Like that's the reality I've had to come to face of dealing with this chronic life-threatening condition. Therefore, I don't teach grind culture because I can't do grind culture, and I'm not going to teach you to do grind culture. I'm going to teach you to pour into yourself first. Serve you first. This is how I run my business, right? My classes are in the evening. Why? So I have all day to pour into me. And if my mood is stank and takes 10 hours for me to get my mind right, I've got those 10 hours. There's no rush. and what I need to do. I can meditate as long as I need to meditate. I can go dance. I can go nature walk. I can spend time with friends. I can sleep. I can do whatever I need to do to be where I need to be so I can serve my clients. And that's what I want for all of you. So I offer small group coaching. What's beautiful about that is the community and the accountability. So what I hear most often from my clients is, oh, Charlotte, I believe in you, but I don't believe in me. And I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to complete this, or I'm not going to commit to it. You will when you have the support of your sisters, and we become sisters. You look forward to class every week. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's homework and there's so much stuff I have to do. I'm not into homework, y'all. I'm into peaceful profits. I'm into chilling. And so what ends up happening is people who join the class, their life is enhanced. What do I mean by that? I mean, one of my clients, she was signing up for about to start physician school, grad school, physician's assistant school, pretty intense, right? When she signed up to work with me, and her concern was, how am I going to do both? But what happens is she's been breezing through physician school. Everybody else is stressed the hell out. She's been breezing through physician school, and she credits the fact that she meets with this group weekly that has kept her centered, grounded, in alignment, in trust, feeling that the universe has always got her back and nothing to worry about. And that has allowed her to flourish. So I can't say enough good things about my coaching, of course, right? But not just because I believe in what I do, but also because I want Black women to be well. And I'm really tired of hearing the dire statistics of the crises that we're in. We're in crisis, sis. Hopefully not you, but most of us are, whether it's a mental health condition or a physical health condition, like fibroids, uterine cancer, breast cancer, heart disease, diabetes. Like, we've got a lot of the problems: hypertension, hyperthyroid, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, bipolar, ADHD. We have a lot of different things that are affecting and impacting our health. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching Black women die. I'm tired of this being normalized. I'm tired of people thinking that this is the way it has to be. It's not the way it has to be. And I'm also tired of my sisters being abused and mistreated and exploited on their jobs. I'm tired of the bullshit money that they want to pay you. I mean, I talked to this one sis that she was doing so much on her job, and they still were not paying her a livable wage. And I said, if you took those same skills and created a business, you could thrive. The internet will pay you more than your job ever will for the exact same skills. I work less now and make way more money. That's the reality. I work far less now, far less. About a quarter of what I used to work before. And I make way more money. And the thing is it's not just that I make more money, it's the joy, y'all. It's the peace. It's getting sleep every night. It's being at my ideal weight. It's knowing that I get exercise and nature every day. Like, it's all of that. It's having all the time I need to spend time with friends, to meditate, to spend time with my kids. All of that. It's the fucking freedom. It's the freedom, y'all. Because that's what we really want with all this money, is we want freedom. So that's what's available to you, but you're gonna have to take the first step. Book a call with me. My calls aren't cheap anymore. My calls used to be free. Then they were $25. They're now up to $100. If you absolutely don't have it, can't get it, we can talk about that. But here's the thing. I want you to have to figure out how you're gonna pay that $100, because you need to commit. And part of your commitment means investing. The reality is that we don't value what we get for free, and I know you don't, because a lot of my stuff was free last year, and people didn't show up, right? I was teaching this stuff for free. I did a free 3-day seminar to help Black women learn how to start their own business, and I had very few people committed to all 3 days. Very few people showed up. I did a lot of things for free last year. People didn't show up. So I know that when people invest, they pay attention. They take notes. They show up on time. They're not distracted. They're not, they're not late. They implement. So that's why my call is now $100. It's also $100 because I know my value. Because other people can teach you how to start a business, but they're not going to teach you how to make peaceful profits. They're probably not. They're going to teach you grind culture. They're going to teach you to wake up at 6 a.m. and, bust your ass. And after a couple of years of busting your ass, then you can relax. I'm not going to teach you that. In addition to, I'm a disabled Black woman. So I need my money. I need my ducats, right? Like, Black women are exploited. And if I was a white person selling the same thing, right, people would be willing to pay $1 for all that. But when it comes to black women, they want a discount. No discount. I'm $100. $100. And I'm worth it. Because I'm going to blow your mind when we have a conversation about all the things that you could do to make money on your terms. And that's the point of the conversation, is to kind of shake you out of that mindset of being an employee or just having a limited perspective based on the trauma you've endured as a black woman trying to make it ends meet under white supremacist capitalism. So book a call. If you can't afford the call, find me on Eventbrite. Most of my events are under $50. I think my LinkedIn event right now is selling for $10. It may go up, may not, but that's where you can access me at a more affordable rate. And I do sometimes I offer complimentary calls to people who show up to my events. So reach out. If you have a really good story, like if you really want this, but you just can't afford it, I'll listen to you. I'll hear you out. And I am swayed by passion, right? By people who are really like, I'm committed. I'm going to do all the things you tell me to do. You're going to see results. If you have one of those stories, you can, potentially talk your way into getting some services from me, because I love that type of passion. Are we still going? Yeah, 'cause it's just, all right, cool. So anyway, like and subscribe. Find me on Eventbrite, Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors, so that you can follow me and keep up with all of my classes. I'm also on Facebook. So Facebook, Divine Black Business Goddess. You can join my group there. I'm on YouTube, which is where you're probably watching this. And I have a podcast. I always forget the name. It's on Anchor. Look up Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors. I think it's Charlotte's Badass Podcast for Badass Black Women. It used to be called Healing Racism in Schools, because I used to be an anti-racist consultant. All right, see y'all later. All my information should be under Linktree, and it will all be in the description of this video. So Linktree will hook you up to all my things. But just to recap, your LinkedIn cover photo should say why people should reach out to you and how they should reach out to you, and advertise anything that you have coming up. You should have contact information so people can reach out to you immediately. An email, a Google Voice number, and a Calendly link so people can book calls with you, and hopefully you can sell your high ticket offers to them on that call. And then number 3, in your About section, it should speak directly to your ideal client. Ask them questions so they can be like, yes, oh my God, that's me, that's totally me. So they can self-identify. And then they're reading more of your story, like, oh yeah, like she went through the same thing I went through. I can identify with her, and now look how well she's doing. Great, I want to be like her. What do I have to do next, right? So all of that should all be in your About section. It should all be in your About section. Hey, are you experiencing this, and this? I used to experience that, and that too. Now I'm here. I can help you get there. Book a call with me. That's what your About section should say. I have a lot more tips. I have 21 things every LinkedIn profile needs to become a magnet for your clients. Reach out to me and let's figure out how we can get your LinkedIn profile to work for you and not against you. Charlotte Stevens and the Ancestors. Like and subscribe. Share this video with people. Join all my things. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.